Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. 10 benefits to lowering your gaze. Taken from Jawab al-Kafi. How good is the statement of the poet who said, "How many looks have assassinated the heart of its owner, killed by an arrow with no bow and no string. His eye is pleased with that which harms his heart. There is no good in happiness that brings harm." First, lowering the gaze is obeying the command of Allah. And this is the ultimate happiness for the slave in this life and the next. The slave does not have anything more beneficial in his worldly life or his afterlife than obeying the command of his Lord Tabarak wa Ta'ala. Those who are fortunate in this life and the next are only fortunate due to obeying Allah's command. And those who are miserable in this life and the next are only those who neglect His commands. Second, lowering the gaze prevents the effects of this poison arrow. This arrow that is the cause of the heart's destruction. Third, lowering the gaze fashions a heart that is devoted to and focused on Allah. Letting the gaze wander distracts the heart and keeps it far from Allah. There is nothing more harmful to a person than letting his gaze wander, as it creates alienation between a person and his Lord. Fourth, lowering the gaze strengthens and delights the heart, just as letting the gaze wander weakens and saddens the heart. Fifth, lowering the gaze produces light for the heart, just as letting the gaze wander produces darkness for the heart. For this reason, Allah mentioned the verse of the light after commanding the believers to lower their gaze. Allah the Exalted said, قُلِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ بِغُضُوا مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِمْ وَيَحْفَظُوا فُرُوجَهُمْ ذَلِكَ أَزْكَى لَهُمْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ خَبِيرٌ بِمَا يَصْنَعُونَ وَقُلِ الْمُؤْمِنَاتِ يَغْضُضْنَ مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِنَّ وَيَحْفَظْنَ فُرُوجَهُنَّ. Tell the believing men to lower their gaze from looking at forbidden things and protect their private parts from illegal sexual acts, etc. That is pure for them. Verily Allah is all aware of what they do. And tell the believing women to lower their gaze from looking at forbidden things and protect their private parts from illegal sexual acts, etc. Surah An-Nur. And at the end of the verse he said, Allahu nuru samawati wal ard, mathalu nurihi kamishkatin fiha misbah. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. The parable of His light is as if it were a niche and within it a lamp. Surah An-Nur. This means His light is in the heart of His believing slave, the one who obeys His commands and avoids His prohibitions. If his heart is illuminated, the delegations of good will come to him from every angle. Likewise, if his heart is darkened, clouds of calamity and evil will come to him from every angle. Whatever exists of innovation, misguidance, following desires, abandoning guidance, turning away from the means to happiness, and engaging in the means of misery, it will be recognizable by way of the light, and that is in the heart. If the light is lost, then one will be left like a blind man stumbling in darkness.